Hey guys, what's up to all my cosmic cousins out there? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to look into this full moon in Leo that's coming up on January 28th, on Thursday, I believe it is. The 28th, it's a full moon in Leo. So I'm going to pull some tarot. We're going to get some ideas on what maybe we need to release for the new, not the new moon, the full moon in Leo. What do we know about full moons? Full moons are the prime opportunity to release things. At the new moon is when we cast out our intentions. We set our intentions on things that we want to manifest and attract in our lives. The full moon is about releasing things that no longer serve us, getting rid of energy, pushing that energy out so we can make room for new things to come in when the new moon comes back around. As the moon has waxed from the new moon to the full moon, as we're waxing towards the full moon, we should have been working on those intentions, right? In Capricorn, that new moon in Capricorn, we should have been working on those intentions, setting those intentions, and then taking action towards those intentions, those things we want to manifest. As we culminate to the full moon, now it's time, okay, what have we seen transpire? What have we manifested over the last 2 weeks or so? As we set our intentions and as we placed our actions in our intentions, what now needs to be released? So as it begins to wane again towards the new moon, we can start to see what we want to set intentions for going forward. So we're going to look at what needs to be released. But before we do, we're going to talk about this full moon because there's some interesting energy surrounding this full moon. This full moon is going to be part, and I wrote this stuff down. This full moon is going to be part of a T-square, okay? So with a T-square, what happens is you have a midpoint, a planet or planets at a midpoint, and it's being squared at a 90-degree angle with another planet or planets. And then there's planets on the odd end of the T-square that are opposing each other. So this full moon is going to be part of a T-square. It is going to be squared the Mars and Uranus conjunction in Taurus. And it's going to be opposing the Sun, Jupiter, Saturn conjunction in Aquarius. So what I get from that is there's like, for a lot of us, there is going to be this need to break free from whatever type of like rigid ways of doing things, because these are all in fixed signs, okay? Whatever rigid ways or stubborn ways that we have been going about doing things or thinking, being stuck in certain emotions, being stuck without a lack of motivation, being stuck on not being able to see the ways that we can expand ourselves because of some type of rigid way of doing things. There is also going to be, let's see, what my notes are horrible, you guys. So it's also going to be trine Chiron in Aries, okay? With the trine is typically a fairly harmonious aspect, but it doesn't like you have to shake it up to get it to work sometimes. So there could be some triggering with maybe some old wounds that you have, okay? You may experience these triggers in your wounds with like your self-identity and your authentic expression, okay? So your self-identity, because it's Chiron and Aries is the house of self. And then with your authentic expression, because that is in your creative abilities, because that's Leo, okay? That's the moon is going to be in Leo. You may be feeling like there's this urge to suddenly change things up, to do things differently, to like drastically and suddenly change directions in your life, because with it squaring off with that Mars-Uranus conjunction, Uranus is rebellion, it's revolting, it's sudden change, it's like an electric bolt that kind of moves you to do something different. With Mars and Uranus together, there could be instances where you suddenly want to be aggressive and you're not normally an aggressive person. You could all of a sudden aggressively want to go after new things. Let's see. I think also too, with this Mars Uranus conjunction in Taurus and with it squaring off with Leo, there could be like this sudden emotional drive to break free from the way that you go about gaining material possessions, because that's like Taurus energy. I think a lot of people in this, I'm going to tag some of my other readings, collective readings. I think the Soul Search readings have kind of been hitting on this, where this in the box thinking of how we go about obtaining money needs to be, we need to break free from that. We are seeing a lot more people get on and utilize social media, the internet, the World Wide Web to make money and to become influencers and, you know, to generate income to some degree. I think we're going to be breaking free. A lot of people are going to be breaking free from that. And again, with the Leo moon, the full moon opposing, it's Saturn, Jupiter, and the Sun. There's this opportunity for expansion, being your authentic self and having the discipline and the structure in getting into your authenticity and getting online and using, you know, because it's in Aquarius, that conjunction is in Aquarius. That is, Aquarius rules technology, using technology to be your authentic self, and expanding your lives in ways and, you know, generating that income in a different way. So that's what I have as far as astrological wise. Sorry that took so long. We're going to try to make this other part quick and short to the quick, short, and to the point. Let's see, what do we have, Spirit? What do we need to consider releasing during this full moon in Leo? What do we need to consider releasing during this full moon in Leo? I think we're also going to be looking at ways that you can, where you're going to place your loyalties as far as like the workplace, people in general, how we can expand our humanitarianism. Let's see, what do we have? What messages do we have? All right, let's see what we need to release. Because again, the full moon is about releasing things. Four of Cups, Knight of Wands. Yeah, I think a lot of people are holding on to something, being bored in the way that they're doing things, ready to seek action, take action towards their passions in a different way. Knight of Swords. Again, there could be this energy of being where you're normally not aggressive, being aggressive with that Knight of Swords. Queen of Cups is, I feel like that's having to find some type of stability and restabilizing your emotions and compassion when it comes to humanity. What else do we have here? Temperance. Four of Pentacles, holding back your energy. Yeah, saving your money and not really just being caught up in like materialism. Ten of Cups, there's some happiness here. Maybe for some of you, this is releasing the idea of some type of long-term commitment. Three of Wands. Yeah, there's expansion. There's this need to expand and look towards expanding in some type of way. Eight of Cups, walking away from something emotional. For some of you, it may be a marriage with this Hierophant. Under the deck is the Moon card. Interesting. We're talking about the Moon today. So, with this Moon card, that could be fears and anxieties about being in your authentic self, because Leo is about authenticity, okay? And Leo is ruled by the Sun. It's your authentic expression. It's your vitality. It's your solar plexus. It's how you shine your light towards the world, how people see you. It's your ego. It's healthy ego, okay? But there's some fears, some anxieties that maybe you need to release. Four of Cups, currently bored, dissatisfied, disinterested in the way things may be. Again, some of you may really be wanting to take this sudden drastic change. That would be that Mars and Uranus, something's driving you to make these drastic changes. So perhaps, you know, you need to release, again, some type of rigid way that you're thinking things have to be. And so you can make these changes. Knight of Wands, that's wanting to pursue your passions, to pursue your dreams, to be ambitious and just go after the things that you want, taking action. So release any fears that's surrounding that, whatever anxieties are surrounding what is holding you back from taking that action. Knight of Swords, again, some of you may experience some, and many of us may even experience this with Mars conjunct Uranus and Taurus. There could be this slow build of aggression that is wanting to be expressed. And so you may find yourself being more aggressive than you would normally, and it could come out of the blue. So just be careful with your words. Be careful with your intentions with people when it comes to your interactions. Knight of Swords, maybe for some of you, there is this need to release this foot and mouth syndrome. Always saying what you want to say, when you want to say it, however you want to say it, without tact. Maybe that's something you need to release, something you need to work on. And having a little bit more compassion, being more in tune emotionally with other people and their needs with this Queen of Cups. So for some of you, that could also mean, you know, maybe your compassion, you need to release this idea that you have to always be compassionate to others when it comes to what they want versus what you want. Because the Queen of Cups, she's very nurturing, she's very giving, she's very compassionate, but who's pouring into her cup? Okay, like is she always pouring out her cup to others, or is she pouring in, or others pouring into her cup? So maybe there's this need to release always giving or giving too much of yourself. Okay. Four of Pentacles, yeah, I feel like sometimes you need to draw back your energy. Everybody doesn't deserve all of you, okay? They don't always deserve the best parts of you. Not that you have to give them the bad parts, but everyone doesn't deserve the best parts of you. So holding back your energy, that could also be releasing the need to always holding on to material possessions, because Pentacles are about the 3D world, the material world, trying to gather and hold. It's like scarcity. Maybe release this scarcity mindset. Okay. 10 of Cups, I do feel like for some of you there is this notion of a long-term relationship or a partnership or relationship, some type of love situation where you feel like it will complete you. That's what you need in order to feel complete. I do feel like that may be something that you may want to release, this notion that, you know, you have to have someone by your side to feel complete. Then we have Temperance. This is the need for balance. This is the need for patience, healing, awaiting on divine timing. So maybe release this a need for maybe a need to control things, or a need to always take action, because it's falling under this Knight of Wands. Maybe some of you are always in this energy of I gotta do this, I gotta be doing this, I gotta have that, I gotta do, you know, you're always in this energy of being in motion. Maybe it's that need to release. You need to release that and allow divine timing to come in and allow things to happen when things are supposed to happen. That could be why you're running into some obstacles, because you're not allowing the universe to do its work and surrendering to divine timing. So release the need to always be in control and be doing something, which we're always doing something, but maybe it's not action oriented in so much as I got to be working, I got to be moving towards this, I have to be XYZ. Okay. Three of Wands is expansion, looking towards the horizons, what's coming towards you, forward planning. Again, for this, I'm also getting like there's this need to always be looking towards the future, and for sometimes we just need to release that idea of, yeah, we need to plan for the future, but we have to also be in the now. Okay. because now is the only thing that you really have control over. And if you're missing out on what's present, then, you know, you're missing out on certain gifts, okay, that the universe has for you. If you're looking in the past, you know, then that's can lead you down a path of depression. If you're always in the future, leads you down a path of being anxious and having anxiety. What about what's going on right now? You're missing things in the now. So release, always having to be moving forward or thinking too far ahead and be in the present. With the Hierophant, some of you need to release these rigid constructs. Like I was saying, this is Taurus. This is Taurus energy. With that Mars-Uranus conjunction in Taurus, there's this, in all of these signs, this T²N fixed signs, there's this rigid way of thinking inside the box, okay? And needing to step outside of traditional ways of thinking. This is societal rules. This is what religious rules tell you. This is what, you know, religious beliefs tell you. This is what certain legal systems and educational systems and certain institutions, marriage institutions, thinking outside of the box. So maybe releasing these traditional constructs of how you've been pursuing life in general. For some of you, it is releasing a marriage. Because we do see the 8 of Cups here. This is walking away, taking your emotions and walking away from something that you are emotionally invested in and attached to. So for some of you, it is walking away from a marriage. 10 of Cups, 8 of Cups, the Hierophant. Some type of long-term commitment, foundation, partnership. Walking away from that. Maybe staying for too long. And getting your identity back. Because again, I do with this... with the moon trining, what did I say, Aries and Chiron, it's going to trigger some old wounds. Okay, there could be the potential for triggering old wounds and you needing to release this old identity and stepping into a new identity. What does your self-identity look like? What does your authentic expression look like? This old identity could have been within some type of marriage or something like that. Listen, I am not... advocating for divorce. I am advocating for not staying in situations longer than you're supposed to be staying in them. Marriages end. That's just what happens, okay? So, those are my thoughts. Anyhow, we also have the Ace of Swords here. There's clarity and truth and, you know, some type of mental breakthrough when you're able to release yourself out of maybe these constructs, when you're able to release control and allow divine timing to come in, when you are giving more to yourself than you are giving to others, when you realize the debt maybe that you keep or the scarcity that you keep finding yourself in when you are consumed by consumerism, materialism, realizing in mental clarity, knowing that again that there are endings that have to happen even in long-term marriages or long-term partnerships, things of that nature. Even walking away from certain belief systems, religious systems, things like that, and releasing the fears and the anxieties that kind of come with that, not being afraid of what's unknown, what's unseen. So that's what I have as far as the full moon in Leo coming up on January 28th, this Thursday. I do hope it resonates. Please consider liking and subscribing to the channel or give the video a big fat thumbs up. I will try to go back and look at this and remember to link some of the videos that kind of are building off of messages, where this message is building off of those messages. So, see you next time for the next new moon, and I'll see you. Peace.